Well, good morning everyone. Hope you are doing good and having a great week. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for your support. And to all our viewers and those recently subscribed, thank you and welcome to this channel. As you saw in the introduction of this video, today we'll be talking about world coins. And for this series of videos, I'll be taking you to the United Kingdom and we'll be taking a look at the very beautiful British half crown. Up on your screen is this coin album containing all of my British half crowns and florins or 2 shilling coins that I've been working on to collect over several years. The half crown collection that I have runs from the years in the 1800s up until their withdrawal in the 1960s. The half crown first appeared in the British currency system in 1546 during the reign of King Edward VI. Those early coins from the 1500s to the 1700s are quite rare and extremely valuable, so I don't have those in my collection. However, the half crowns continued to be used as a denomination of British currencies up until their withdrawal on the 31st of December 1969, and they were completely demonetized on the 1st of January 1970. This was a prelude to the decimalization of the old British currencies and the introduction of the new pence, which was officially started on the 15th of February 1971. For this series of videos, I'll be sharing you the half crowns that I have, categorized by the reigning monarch that you can see on the obverse of the coins. But before we get to my collection, I'd just like to put it out there that I do have a crowdfunding page on Buy Me a Coffee, the link of which you can find in the description text of my YouTube homepage. So go ahead and click on that, go and have a look, and I would appreciate any support that you guys can give, as this channel here is not monetized. Okay, with that all done, let's go ahead and take a look at some British half crowns. Alright, in my previous video, I shared with you all the half crowns which bear the portrait of Queen Victoria. So for this video, which is going to be the final video for this series talking about the British half crown, I'm going to show you my last 3 half crowns that I have in my collection, which bear the portrait of King William IV and King George III. Between the years where these half crowns were minted, there were many more half crowns that were issued for the United Kingdom. So if you'd like to learn more about them, I would highly encourage you to check out online resources like Numista, where they have detailed information about those half crowns as well as their mintage numbers. For now, let's quickly go through the specifications of these coins, which is going to be the same for all 3 half crowns that I'll be reviewing for this video. These coins are minted in 925 sterling silver. They have a weight of 14.14 grams, a diameter of 32 millimeters, and a thickness of approximately 2 millimeters with a fully weathered edge. Let me start with this half crown bearing the portrait of King William IV. These coins were minted from 1831 to 1837, so 5 coins in total. I just have one example. And here on the obverse, we can see the portrait of King William IV done by William Wyan. The portrait is facing to the right, and just below here on the truncation, you can see the 2-letter abbreviation for the designer, WW. And surrounding the portrait, we have these words here in Latin, which reads, the first word here actually translates to William. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I believe it pronounced as Gulimus the Fourth, Dei Gratia Britannia Rex Fide Defentrix, and that translates to, before that I apologize for my poor pronunciation of the Latin language, but that translates to William IV, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons. The coin is in coin orientation, so when I flip it to the reverse, we can now see this beautiful crown mantle shield of arms design, which was done by Jean-Baptiste Merlin. Just below the shield, we have the year of issue, which starts with this word over here, Anna or Anno. And for the example that I have in my collection, this coin was struck in 1836, which is the second last year for this series of half crowns. The coin that I have over here is fairly well worn, although it's really awesome to have an example bearing the portrait of King William IV. Let's move on now to the final 2 half crowns that I have in my collection, and both these coins bear the portrait of King George III. The obverse and the reverse of these coins were designed by Thomas Wyon the Younger. And here on the obverse, we can see this portrait, or the bullhead portrait of King George III facing to the right. Unfortunately, this coin is extremely worn, but we can still see the legend surrounding the portrait. And the legend reads George III, Deo Gratia, which translates to George III, by the grace of God. Just below the portrait, we have the year issue of 1816. And for this series of coins, which is the first series of coins to bear the portrait of King George III, these coins were only issued for 2 years, 1816 and 1817. I do have both of them. These coins were minted in metal orientation, so when I flip it to the reverse, we can now see this very well worn crown shield design, again done by Thomas Wyon the Younger. And surrounding the shield, we have the legend here reading in Latin, Britanniarum Rex Fide Defendrix. That translates to King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith. And just in the ring surrounding the shield, we have the same Latin words which I mentioned in my previous videos, and that reads Ponisoi Qui Mali Pensi, and that translates to shame on he who thinks evil of it. And here we have the second coin for this series, which bear the bullhead of King George III. And this coin was issued in 1817, as you can see over here. Again, the example that I have is fairly well worn, although it's a little bit better than the previous coin from 1816. And with that final video, that's gonna do it for my series of videos sharing with you my collection of British half crowns that I've collected over the last several years. As you can see, I have a long way to go. There are several content creators out there who have much better collection than me, but I do hope that the information that I shared was useful to you, especially for those who are looking to get into collecting these British half crowns. Stay tuned to my channel, where I'll be doing a series of videos sharing with you guys the British florin or 2 shilling coins collection that I have in my collection. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, don't forget to leave me a like if you've enjoyed this content, and be sure to hit that share and subscribe buttons down here if you have not done so. As always, from everybody over here, y'all please take care, be safe, and have a nice day.